everyone. This is SojuTalk, your weekly shot of K-pop. We are coming at you with a super spicy episode 348, and we're recording on October 20th, 2025. I am Doug, and joining me today we got Warren.
Hey, what's up, everybody?
And Anita.
Hello.
As a quick reminder, check out SojuTalk on your favorite podcast platform. Sub to us on YouTube. Join the SojuTalk Discord and be a part of the nation. Real quick, 3 claps for Warren and Anita. Oh. For being here when I wasn't here.
Thank you.
Yeah, we had a family meetup in Western Massachusetts because I'm about to be a double uncle in like a month or so.
Yay.
Oh, shit.
So we just want to meet up before that happens. You know.
Did you have
my
a
sister's
fun time?
She big right now, dude. Like this baby's coming. She's big.
That's one way to describe it. Yeah.
And I saw my little nephew having a great time. You know.
Nice.
Wake up! Whenever I try to take a nap, all the time, you know.
Did you like the score we gave NMIX?
Okay, bro, you are on that NMIX pack right now, dude. What is this?
I am biased as hell. I am no longer providing objective critique.
As your friend, I'm happy that you're happy. That's how we support each other.
Thank you. I love that. Yeah.
All right. After Hours, there is none. We got a normal episode this week. Let's go to the big new releases. We got 3 songs. 3 exciting, up-and-coming, young groups. We got Meow Burning Up, Hearts2Hearts Focus, BoyNextDoor Hollywood Action. Let's start with Meow Burning Up. They are from the Black label. Last 3 tracks, Drop Top, Hands Up, and Body. And now we have Burning Up. Okay. Oh no, just listening through this song, the first listen, the chorus vibes are just great. Like, right?
I don't chorus.
Know. The chorus is just a bop. I see a lot of people saying this is their favorite Meow song so far. And you know what? I think that's a fair argument. I might like Hands Up a little more, but do I like it more? I'm not even sure at this point. This Burning Up is it's a fun song. Are you guys in agreement with me? Do you don't agree? What are we feeling?
I agree. I think this song and the chorus, I think it for sure was my favorite part. I think that was the highlight. And I think in this case, the instrumental, the type of instrumental they used, I think worked for their vocals really well. So I was having a good time. I think this is probably my favorite Meow song so far.
I also think this is my favorite Meow song so far. I think I'm admittedly a little less excited about it than you guys are, but I did feel like this is a more cleaner approach to songs like Hands Up, for example, where we relied on a more minimal arrangement, dance beats. Yeah. This track in particular is very big on this Jersey rhythm, the pump rhythm. That's been.
It's nice.
K-pop had a moment with it. It went away for a while, and now it's become one of the staples. I think this is one of the first tracks in a while to like really, really dig into that rhythm, and then they really finished it off with these. Minimal vocal chop based loops. There was a lot of like different vocal chops in the instrumental. That was really cool. And then you have the pop heavy refrain, the whoa, whoa, that thing, you know what I mean?
Towards the end?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's that one melody with that one chorus, that's one chord, you know, it's like that, the money chords, you know, they do a good job of pulling into it, I think. It's a little too familiar in a way. It's a little.
I agree. Yeah. And we went into the O's, into the what you would call the Black label part at the end, you know, the breakdown part. We actually go like 40 seconds without any like tangible lyrics, you know, other than a couple lines repeating. I was a little
concerned about that. Yeah.
Right. We go actually a really long time. It kind of worked though.
It's fine.
As a Black label song, as an entity, the thing I liked about the song is like when the Black label things happened with this song, I was like, you know what, makes sense here. You know, I understand why you did that. Which is sometimes with these Teddy Black label. I know Teddy's not the main guy who wrote this song, but sometimes with these Black label artist songs, they just do these Black label motifs and aesthetics, and you're like, I don't know why we decided to do that again. But I thought in this song, it was tasteful. It made sense with what we were doing here. and I think it was the correct decision.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would agree.
For me, one of the things that stood out was the sound design. It felt very clean. It felt like it wasn't over the top. It was very nice and clean and very minimal. And the mix just sat really well. On the other hand, on the flip side, it felt a little dated. Some of the sounds they were using, it felt like we were, it was just, a couple dated sounds here and there. Nothing that's too terrible or anything, but at the same time, you could tell that it's another joint from the Black Label who loves these sounds, whether, regardless of trends, they are a big fan of the sound. And I think this is one of the better songs that they've put out. The whole song is mainly produced by this guy called Malachi, Malachii, 3 I's in there.
Okay.
I'm not super familiar with his work, but it seems like he is working closely with some of the more familiar names from the Black Label crew recently, which includes Jesse Blue, Teal Doville. I think I've seen Zekai's name around as well. I'm seeing these familiar names. That's really cool. So yeah.
Hey, let me talk about some specifics. Number one, it felt like that one scene kind of felt like they were in a Daiso or an IKEA with all those fans. I thought that was an interesting scene. There's a lot of fans. I want to give some props to some individual people here. I think Narin is doing like a really good job.
I really liked her voice here.
She's listed. I don't know if it's officially listed, but she's main rapper, main vocalist.
Oh,
in
shit.
this group.
Wow.
And I don't know if it's intentional or not, but her voice suits this chorus absolutely perfectly.
Yes.
Right? Like she and you if you've seen a lot of the mouse stuff, she's typically in the center in the first chorus. She's doing a great job. I want to say that. Also, we got other people. The thing I like about Meow is that it's to me it's very clear that the company understands who we have in this group. And we know what to do with them. Strength, right? It's like, okay, maybe this is a comparison some people won't agree with, but to me, Ana Tanaka in this group kind of feels like they're Chewy. We got a foreign girl. She's very pretty, but she's not like the most emotive, excitable person ever, right? So what they say is, okay, I don't know, like what their decision to do with her is like, let's just let her say the sultry pre-chorus line, and it kind of works really well, right? It works really well, and they're like, okay, hey, foreign fans, you like our Magne Ella? She's the famous model girl. Let's just have her do the verses here. It completely makes sense what they do with her too, right? She's like a fun, spunky kid. Let's have her in the fun part. What I'm trying to get at is with this group specifically, because this is kind of like the Black Label's baby, this One and All Day project. It seems to me that they really know what they have here, and I think they're utilizing their assets very well.
Yep.
Yeah, I agree with you. Same goes for her. Sorry, going back to what you said about Narin, like her, it's not. I don't think it's gonna be something that people write home about particularly, but there was a couple weeks in the recent couple weeks where I felt like there was a lot of songs that relied on rap that was somewhat alright, and this one felt more like okay, this girl raps, like instead of like being an idol that raps. I was like, okay, she's a rapper. I'm very well convinced. And like this is now like where I set my minimum bar in terms of like this is like decent rap, you know what I mean? So like that I like consciously made that note while listening today, and I was like, it's been an interesting moment, because like yes, we have musicians like XG, for example, who are like doing really well in that kind of field, but there are artists in the recent couple weeks who make rap adjacent music yet have a bit of a dated style of rap, and I feel like this works really well. More of this, please.
Yes, right? I like what Meow's doing here. Additionally to me, in the first chorus, when they, how rare is it to see like the choreo done in a straight line, and instead of using the formation, they're using the camera to essentially give you a formation here to make it visually pleasing. I thought that scene where they're in the straight line doing the chorus and then the camera's panning in the restaurant, I thought it was a great scene. I was like, this is different. I haven't seen this.
Camera work. Yeah.
It was a fun camera work. I really liked that shot, and it worked well, specifically with like the fun choreo they have going on in this song. It's like a very active choreo, and I thought it worked extremely well here. Yeah, positive stuff. Is it like the best song ever? No, but for this type of this Meow group, and this is like they just passed the 1 year debut mark. I think they're doing well. Yeah, they debuted last. Actually, is it even? It's not even been a year. They're 2025 debut, aren't they?
No, it's been over a year. They debuted September 6th of 2024 with Meow.
Okay, we just passed it. So yeah, they're doing a great job here. And solid song, right?
Solid.
All right, let's move on to the children from SM Entertainment, Hearts2Hearts with their song Focus. The last songs, they had the Pokemon Pretty Please, we had Like Your Style, and we had The Chase. Yo.
Yes.
Where did this Focus song come from, right? Where did
I
this
like
come
this
from?
beat.
Oh, funky.
I listened to Burning Up. I was like, okay, it's a fun Meow song. When I listened to the Hearts2Hearts Focus track this morning, and I was like, these kids are releasing this? Right?
Yeah.
It had this like high fashion European vibe to it, right?
Yeah.
It's just kind of working. And they have this gray muted tone video, like primary colors. Bro, whoa, how did they pull this one out? Warren, how do you feel about Focus?
I loved it, dude. That beat, I was think facing the whole time. I was like,
It's so good.
Oh man.
Love the bass.
Oh, that's some funky ass, groovy ass bass. Oh my god. We are back to house music. SM does really well with this kind of music, and somehow they keep doing different flavors of it. Now we're doing French house all of a sudden. We have those nice string instruments, those synth hits. You got those funky bass, and then you got those, electronic pianos, and you got these funky percussions, and that keeps it going. And then, the kicks are just there. One thing I noticed is that the song doesn't have a very clear cut, verse, bridge, chorus. We don't really do a lot of ups and downs the way K-pop typically does. Rather, they rely a lot more on subtle changes that I think achieve a lot. These chord progression changes, they worked really well. They keep it really dynamic and really interesting without having to rely on like pure volume level changes, and that was really nice. The top line was really cool, like the melodies, like all the folks chanting, and it kind of sounded like a cult at one point. Maybe I joined. I don't know. Like,
if I was nitpicking, since we're talking about that part,
pick it.
I didn't think it was like my favorite delivery of it, because it was a little monotone, but it is kind of layered, so it's interesting enough. I kind of wish we would have done a little more instead of just like the chanting type of delivery, but I see how it works. I think it makes sense for the type of beat, the genre, and I think it's balanced enough with the other sections, like the verses and the pre-chorus. I love the pre-chorus. I love the progression they do there and the little strings that come in. So I think it's fine. But I guess for me, that chanting part was not my favorite.
Nah, I don't care. I liked it. I
thought the you. I thought it worked. I was like, okay,
the rhymes scheme, as simple as it is, the way it leads into like adieu, that, I don't know, that was really cool. You know what I mean? It feels like we're Hearts2Hearts is a group that has been around for less than a year now. This is technically their fourth lead release, and by lead release I mean like a music video release. We did The Chase, we did Style, we did Pretty Please, and now this. And Pretty Please is like a pre-release, like Doug mentioned. This feels like we're continuing off of very left off of continuing where we left off of with the chase. And style was actually just a bit of a side deviation, you know, like a side bit, you know.
Summer.
Like, yeah, like people complained that, you know, we weren't getting the SM girl group sound. So SM was like, you know what, fuck it. You guys want one, we will feed you guys a bone. Just take this one. And then we got it and we were like, oh, thank you. This is great. You know, that was nice. But then, you know, the production team was like, we're going to go back to doing what we were planning, which is funky ass music. I'm a lot more convinced with this than I was with the chase, I have to admit. You know what I mean? Like it just works really well. It's just a complete package. No? Yeah?
Guys, this Hearts2Hearts group is good. Like
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. That is
shit,
good.
yeah.
some things I really liked about this music video. There was this one part, like the I don't even, like a minute in, there's like this talking part, the anything but you part, right? And Eon's in the front, and they do that thing that they did back in the Whiplash music video where they zoom the camera in randomly really quickly and things like that. The camera comes in and out. Bro, it's so aesthetic to do that. I don't know if it's like an SM thing, but the camera work is amazing. These kids are good. What I liked about Hearts2Hearts, the music, not talking about the song for a second, for some reason, their choreo is always very interesting to me, like as a group. They have very fun choreo. I know that this song specifically was choreographed by a girl named Jo Na-in. That's her name. Yeah, she's the choreographer. She's formerly in Just Jerk, and she also won Street Dance Girl Fighter. She was on a team that won that show as well.
One of the main choreographers for her group.
And this girl has choreographed a bunch of shit this year. Stacy GPT, Baby Monster Drip, Edmix Dash.
Oh wow!
You know, like she's done a lot of like Mizu Heartress. You remember we like that choreo too, right?
Yeah.
Nmix Party O'Clock Roller Coaster, A Pink D&D, Nmix Tank. She did the tank thing. It was this person. Oh shit. Okay, but like Itzy Cheshire. So this is a well established choreographer. But yeah, she made this choreo. They did a great job. It's just very, I don't know, something about Hearts2Hearts choreo is just very aesthetic.
Can I shout out a choreo moment?
Sure.
Yes. Which one?
Well, I think it's a very obvious one, but they do a little dance break where they create a window and then they have like a group of the girls. I think it might have been 3, and then they just start whacking, and it looks so cool.
Yes.
I loved it with the beat because I think it lends itself to that type of choreo and dance. But yeah, nice to know Nine is doing stuff with K-pop. I saw some of her stuff because I saw some of the show that she was in, the Just Street Girl Fighters show, and she was one of my favorites. Their Just Jerk crew was cool, so I'm glad she's working on there.
Hey, yo, y'all gotta invest in this Hearts2Hearts group. I know it's hard. They're the SM 3.0 group and whatever, but like this is a banger of a track.
I feel like I'm starting to see where they want to go. You know, like I feel like I was a bit on the edge in the beginning, but I kind of like now with everything we've had so far, I kind of see the vibe, the concept, and I'm liking it. I think it might not be something that the mainstream can join right away, but I feel like it's still really good. Like the music is good, and I think it might just take time.
That's what I'm thinking about, right? Like I love this song.
Yeah.
I think it's great. I also liked Four Walls by FX, and that commercially didn't really do that well. Like let's be honest.
It reminded me of that FX type. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Like they have like a real, like this group has a real girlish aesthetic. I don't know how to describe it as on a dance level. Like it's a very feminine dance, but it's very powerful, and it's in the way they do the dances specifically. It's just it looks good. It's very visually pleasing, and it's great. Wow.
The thing with Hearts2Hearts right now, like similarly to how I felt about NMIX last week, was even though I am a huge fan of this kind of house sound, I'm not exactly sure how commercially viable this kind of sound is, because traditionally speaking, house music in particular, well, songs that dig deep into the house aesthetic and are a little more traditional about it, have a bit of a, it feels like there's a bit of a ceiling with the amount of success they can achieve. And that's where I was mentioning Four Walls, because you, me, everyone listening know that Four Walls is a terrific song. It's amazing.
Great.
But like it wasn't going around winning Song of the Year awards at that point. You know what I mean? Like it took a very long time to like pick up and be recognized for how good it is. And there's a lot of there's a bit of a discourse going around in the Korean K-pop community that like you have to make it within the first 3 comeback/debut releases, otherwise you're goofed. And this is technically their 3rd release, and people aren't counting Style as like a commercial success. You know what I mean? So I feel like there's a bit of pressure weighing on these folks. I also thought NMIX's Blue Valentine is going to be commercially poo, but it's doing pretty well, so who knows, maybe this will do really well too.
Blue Valentine is number 5 on iChart.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
And the only songs
Good.
beating it are like the long standing, it's Golden Drowning, Soda Pop Jump. So they're like
Wow.
the number 1 current song like right now is Blue Valentine.
That's not bad at all. That's
No.
actually better than I thought.
Yeah, no, it's,
yeah,
it's really good
it's
right
doing
now.
great. Yeah, it's doing great.
It was actually Melon number 1 for one of the 2 charts, I forget, at some point earlier.
Nice.
And I think that says a lot. So taking it back to Hearts2Hearts, I like this song. I was decently on board already, but I don't know. I have no idea how they're going to expand upon this. You know what I mean? Like, I have no idea where you take this and then you take it forward. You know what I mean? Like, are we going to do more French house?
I agree with you, because it's like we have the Che, Style, Pretty Please, and this. They're all kind of like different. Like, I wish we could stick with this aesthetic, but I just don't see SM doing that. You know, that's the problem. Like, this is gonna be a one-off. Like, y'all like down the line we're going, y'all remember Hearts2Hearts Focus? Wasn't that fun, right? And then it's gonna be like, yeah, it was fun, right? You know, that's how this song kind of feels like to me. Sadly, I don't know. I wish we could maintain this type of thing, but I just don't see. Like, to me, this is their wakey makey cool. How it just kind of hit out of nowhere, and you were like, "Wow, can we get more of this?" And I don't think we're going to. You know,
it's a difficult thing to expand upon. Like, for example, like if you had an aespa, Next Level did great, Savage did great. It was pretty clear how they would go on beyond that, and I think they did, you know, go beyond how we expect them to. With this sound, I don't know. Are we gonna do more house music? Are we going to do Daft Punk type beats?
The house dance break was amazing with the 5 kids. It was really good.
Yeah.
So good.
It was so strong. Hey, Hearts2Hearts must be doing well. Like, people in my house are starting to recognize. They know who Ian and Navis are. Gio. They can recognize them. We can recognize. Like, our house can recognize the Gio. Short hair girl. It must be the Hearts2Hearts girl, right? Like, she has like the visual aesthetic of Gio is so noticeable right now. Short. Black hair, it's like that's the Hearts2Hearts girl, you know. In terms of her personal marketing, it's great because it's very obvious who she is. Hey, shout out to Hearts2Hearts. As I didn't know they had this in them. It's a banger. Please check this one out.
Very nice.
Finally, we have Zico's boys. We got BoyNextDoor, Hollywood Action. They are from KOZ. Last 3 songs: If I Feel Good, If I Say I Love You, Nice Guy. Off the bat, for a song called Hollywood Action, this music video is filmed in Chicago, the outdoor scenes.
I saw that. I was like, I recognize this.
I was like, this is Chicago, and I Googled the side of one of the buildings, and it was Chicago, you know? So
Is it around like Union Station or something?
I think so,
What it looks like,
yeah.
Yeah, I was like, I reckon I've walked around there.
I mean, if I'm completely honest, a lot of Korean people don't know how far off Chicago and Hollywood are, so
So far.
yeah. I had friends visiting. I actually had family members visiting from Korea over the summer, and they were like, "Yeah, we're coming to visit New York City." I was like, "That's great," and they were like, "Yeah, we're gonna also do a day trip to DC and a day trip to Niagara Falls," and I was like, "You're here for a week, dude? You sure?"
Day trip to Niagara Falls is like 16 hours of driving that day.
Yeah,
Like,
it didn't
way up
happen.
north.
They thought it was pretty close. They thought it was like 4 hour drive. You know? Anyways, Hollywood. It's Chicago, Hollywood, same thing, you know?
Same day, buildings.
America.
Okay, here's what I'll say. As someone
Say it.
who enjoys classic Hollywood aesthetic, I'm a big fan of the classic Hollywood vibe, and who likes when we got these like these trumpets going on, and these
the
type
brass?
of sound effects, the brass. I mean, brass in this type of music.
Yeah.
I wish it had hit a little better. I don't know what about it specifically. Like, I listened to it. They were doing their BoyNextDoor rambunctious fun thing. But when I finished the song, I was like, I need something a little more. I don't know what specifically, but that was what I was left with.
When you say you like the classic Hollywood look and feel, can you give me some examples? Because like, I was kind of confused there.
Like old Hollywood?
So
like,
old Hollywood, like the way they were dressed, the vibe they were going for, the brass, like, you know, the kind of the retro brass sounding stuff.
Like 1930s?
I like that aesthetic. Yeah, I really like the Gatsby aesthetic. That it
Okay.
seemed like this was like invoking a little bit.
Yeah.
And I came out of it thinking like, it just felt like, you know, BoyNextDoor was a good other song to me. Like, it was like, oh, they're fun, right? I don't know.
I am looking up two songs as examples off the top of my head based on what Doug said because I don't remember their names. So while I do that, Anita, say your thing.
Well, I also wrote down that this retro aesthetic and sound they went for was nice, but I also felt that it was very much catered to BoyNextDoor kind of campiness, how we like to call it.
Yeah,
like
campy.
very theatrical, like very fun, almost comedic. And so I guess they didn't lean like 100% retro because of that. And I don't know, I guess it depends. Maybe if you're more like Doug, you would prefer to like really commit to that sound and just go all out in that aesthetic. Whereas I feel like they were trying to mix modern and retro and make it funny and have like a storyline with the sets and the costumes. So I don't know. I guess I see both sides of it, like trying to have both of those aesthetics in their sound and visually. It was still fun. I guess to me, the use of the brass and like some of the piano that you hear in the, like they have like this little riff that they do a lot in the chorus. It started to get a little repetitive, which I feel like maybe that took away from it. If it had been more like sparse in the song, maybe I wouldn't have thought it was too much, but to me it felt a tiny bit repetitive. And I feel like in that same chorus, the vocals, there are certain parts where I felt they were going a tiny bit out of their range. I saw a clip of their comeback show that they do. So it's not a music show, but it's like a comeback show for the press and fans. And they did the song live, and I could hear that at some of the parts they were trying, it was a little high, had to switch to the falsetto a bit, which isn't bad. I think it still sounded pretty good, but to me it felt like, I think we're pushing it a little bit. So that was what I noticed there.
I found my three examples.
Okay.
So bringing it back to where Doug was talking about the classic Hollywood aesthetic.
Yeah.
And what Anita was saying with the sample, we're thinking of swing jazz. We're thinking about swing music.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right. Big bands, ragtime, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Now, speaking of Great Gatsby, one of the soundtracks to the Great Gatsby movie from 2013 was Bang Bang by Will.i.am. That takes the famous swing song, the bum 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 bum. They take that, he samples it, and he turns it into this electro swing track. And then on the flip side, you have tracks like Red Shoes by IU, which plays it a little more classically in that 2013 aesthetic. And then you have tracks like 호랑나비 by Rhythm Power, which was on Show Me the Money, like season 5, I think.
I don't know if I remember this.
Probably not. This is a far stretch.
I remember this.
Yeah, I watched it with Doug. That's why I'm mentioning it. And it also does a similar thing of taking this swing brass rhythm, incorporating it putting it in as a drop in the chorus, and then kind of hoping it works. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. The thing with K-pop though is that there was a point in time where it was really popular, somewhere between the early 2010s to early 2014s. IU was one person I mentioned. Primary was really big. He was doing several versions of
Primary,
this.
yeah.
Until he got hit with plagiarism controversy and got canceled. But regardless, the reason I bring that up is because maybe it's because of that sound sample. Maybe it's because the music is directed. Maybe it's the BoyNextDoor camp being a little less BoyNextDoor-y and more Block B, but I don't know. I was getting a huge whiff of like classic Block B era from like before 2015, but like after 13-ish, like the mid-tier point of their era, which is a nicer way of saying that is it was a lot more campy than how I typically see BoyNextDoor, and a lot more second generation boy groupie in not a terrible way. I didn't hate it because but it's also very, very familiar. It's just, you know what I mean? And it's just that classic pop time Zico arrangement is, you know, they very you know what I mean, like it feels like
I know what you mean.
You're not wrong, especially with like some of the line delivery.
Yeah,
like, right? Like it's very Zico. Like, yeah,
it's starting to feel like we're regurgitating a little bit. It's just I'm not gonna go out and say bad, but like we're getting there. You know what I mean? Like we're a step closer than I would like us to be. And it's a lot less annoying than my common complaints for like YG, for example. Because like for YG, some of the cliches that they repeat have been too obnoxiously in your face. And here it's a little more like you got to think a little more and you got to dig a little more. But I feel like it feels less BoyNextDoor and a lot more Block B, to a point where I'm like, is this something that sat on their hard drive for 20 years and now they're picking it back up? Like, is that... Not 20, maybe like 10 years, you know what I mean? But like, like even remember that Block B track where like they filmed in like a post-apocalyptic apartment and
yeah.
Say what you want though. This song is currently number 6 on the Melon Top 100.
Wow.
On day 1. So people are
okay. I guess. I've thought about this as well because, you know, we know that sound because we heard it, right? Like we were there 10 years ago. But I guess maybe for the audiences now that maybe don't have that context of like Block B and that sound that long ago, it feels different. It feels like this is not what a lot of boy groups are doing, right? So I think they stand out in a way. And maybe that can be helpful in the midst of boy groups to have this type of sound, even though to us it is quite familiar.
Hey, at the end of the day, I think that BoyNextDoor has a really fun vibe as a group.
Oh yeah, right? Energy is really cool.
The energy is really fun. It's infectious. Also, I now can recognize one of the members of this group. Shout out to me. Shout out to Jaehyun. I know who this kid is now. He appeared on a show I watched this week.
He's in a lot of places, I think.
Yeah, he's like the kid they're pushing, I think. And he's doing a good job. And you know, the funny thing was when he appeared on Amazing Saturday, Naruto and Pio's on that show, right? Pio was acting like, I'm the uncle of this group, you know? Like, that was like the vibe they were getting, like, you know? Because Zico and Pio are obviously in the same group, Block B, back in the day. But Pio's like, it's like, I don't know if he mentions this, he's like, they're making music like we used to, you know? That kind of vibe, you know? That's what it felt like. That was the vibe I was getting. He's like, it's one of us, you know? Like, it's like twin.
That
What's
makes
up,
sense.
twin? Yeah.
Yeah.
So that being said, this might not be my favorite song, but I think what we have here as a group is it's doing well. They definitely have an identity, which cannot be said for a lot of groups right now, right? This group has a clear, rambunctious, fun energy, and that is their aesthetic right now. I think that this, for me, the real like lagging part of this song was like I like the brass, the dun 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 in the chorus, but it just like it was too much of it. I think. As
I agree.
A whole.
Repetitive.
Just a little repetitive for me. And I think at a certain point I was like, are we just gonna do this sound effect like over and over again? Like we could do something else, right? Yeah. We could,
same thing.
That's where I was left. But it's a fun track. All right. Other songs this week: Baejin Young, formerly of CIX, released Round and Round. Hwasa, Good Goodbye. Eve Ex Machina. Kim Lip, Can You Entertain? Nana, Daylight. TXT B-Side, Can't Stop. Want Us, Fly To You. Shumin with Overdrop. BM, Freak featuring BI. Pentagon Kino with Club Sex Cigarettes. that's the name of the song.
What a lifestyle.
Hey, can I want to mention something about our boy Matthew here, BM. I saw on some interview, maybe it was out of context, that he was like, I don't want to make any more trashy music. I want to reach out to people differently. But now I'm seeing this track is called Freak. So I don't know if we're following through on this conversation I saw.
I mean, maybe this is the last freaky BM, and next time
maybe that's right.
It's the last P Diddy freak off apparently, right? That's the last. Hey yo,
the last bottle of baby oil. What?
No. Dude, it wasn't bottle. It was vats. Apparently, dude, it was barrels.
Oh, fuck. Why?
Okay, let's go to SojuScore. Hey, this is the segment we're gonna score the releases we talked about. Average score gets a 5 using our scoring system, which you'll see on the graphic. Songs that average 7.3 will enter the Hall of Spice. That is relevant because last week on episode 347, we had Baby Monster. We go up with a 5.51. Twice You Plus Me Plus You had a 6.12, and then NMIX Blue Valentine got a 7.55, and indeed entered the Hall of Spice on the back of Warren's 9, which was a monster score.
Yeah,
down by the 9. Commercial success backs me up.
The songs we're gonna cover this week are Meow, Burning Up, Hearts2Hearts Focus, BoyNextDoor, Hollywood Action. Let me get the graphic. All right, first song we're gonna give a score to is Meow, Burning Up. Shocking score from your boy Doggy right here. I'm giving it a 7.
Oh, nice.
I thought it was a would recommend level song. I thought it was fun. I think Meow knows what they're doing. I think the company knows what they're doing, and it all came together with this Burning Up track.
I had a good time with this song. Maybe not as much as Doug. I give it a 6. I think the thing holding me back was that ending where I did feel that we kind of dragged it a little bit. Yeah, but it's still fun. I think it's just a little performance focused.
Yeah, other than familiarity and like this being like a very common flavor of pop music I've tasted, it's still a good flavor. They do a good job of pulling it off. I have a 6.
SojuTalk Nation and Gochu Gang also voted. They gave it a 6.85. Big score.
Good.
And as a result, it is going to receive a 6.46. Hey, shout out to Meow. Next track we have is Hearts2Hearts Focus. If I would recommend Meow's Burning Up, I honestly think that Hearts2Hearts Focus is an exceptional song. It's an 8.
Ooh. Oh. Okay,
that's me saying it's better than Blue Valentine, isn't it? Right?
It is.
I give Blue Valentine a 7. Yeah, I think it is. Like, to be honest.
I don't know if it's. I think they're doing different things, but I enjoy this. I would recommend it. I mentioned the chorus was not my favorite in the delivery of the vocals, which to me made it a 7. So I'll give it a 7.
I think Anita's nitpicking.
Oh. The beat is great. I love the beat. Instruments is amazing.
I thought it's not. It's not a song where you listen and go, "Oh, the vocals were so good," but like not every pop music needs to do that. I think the beat was fantastic. They really hit it with those, with that arrangement, and I think the members do a good job of singing together to pull it off. Is it a 9? No, it's an 8.
Damn.
Nice. Oh.
If this is above like a 6.6, this gets Hall of Spice, I think. SojuTalk Nation and Gochu Gang also voted for this track. They gave it a 6.85. It's the same score.
Wow.
Wow. Okay.
Oh, like look at this on the behind the scenes. There's a distribution here, right?
Oh, yeah.
Completely different distribution.
But somehow we got to the same average.
It's got to the same average.
Wow, okay.
As a result, Hearts2Hearts receives 7.46.
Wow.
Enter the Hall of Spice. Let's go.
2 weeks in a row.
2 weeks in a row.
We thought we were having a terrible year. Turns out.
Hey, that is officially now the 10th Hall of Spice song of 2025.
We're doing good.
We're doing good.
Jenny Like Jenny, NMIX Know About Me, Eunice Swiss, Kiss of Life, Lips Hips Kiss, Huntrix Golden, If I Are You Okay, Kiki Dancing Alone, XG Gala, NMIX Blue Valentine, Hearts2Hearts Focus. That is now the Hall of Spice list. Finally, we're at BoyNextDoor. Well, I did have a good time with this song. I think there were some things holding it back, but I thought it was a good effort from them. I gave it a 6.
I also had a good time with it. I think there were moments that I enjoyed a bit more than the chorus. So I'll give it a 6.
I have no further comments. I fully agree. Full Satan moment. I have a 6.
Hey, and then the SojuTalk Nation Gochu Gang voted. They gave it 5.70, and as a result, it receives a 5.9. That just feels bad. We should just give it a 6, but it gets a 5.93. So the scores this week: Meow burning up 6.46, Hearts2Hearts Focus 7.46, BoyNextDoor Hollywood Action 5.93, and we are at show winners. Anita, hit us with them.
Yes, we have a couple here. First up, we have I with XOXZ. They won in Show Music or in Inkigayo. So they have a total of 5 wins with that one. Feels like it's been a minute since
It's been a minute.
we covered that, but they're still winning. Then we have Baby Monster with We Go Up. Their first win with that one on M Countdown. And then we have Isna with Mamma Mia, one on Music Bank. And then we have One Week with Maze, one on Show Champion.
Yo, this XOXZ song, let me look this shit up.
It's been a while. What is
week,
it? It feels
week
like a
1
while.
September is when it won 3.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's been a couple
second.
weeks.
I think the problem is that Rich Man from aespa triple crowned on both of those shows, so they took it out of contention, and we're near Chuseok. So your real options were like, in terms of the songs that are popular, it was like a kickflip song and Zero Base One Iconic, and XOXZ was like the next one up. So that's how we ended up in this scenario. Yeah, shout out to Ive, I guess. So that ends part 1. So just like episode 348. We'll be back after a short break. 3, 2, 1.
Hello, SojuTalk Nation. This is Anita here with a quick PSA. If you would like to support SojuTalk Kpop Podcast, please like, subscribe, or follow us on whatever platform you're using. And consider joining our Patreon at patreon.com/SojuTalk or donating to us at paypal.me/SojuTalk. On behalf of the crew and myself, thank you. Now back to our regularly scheduled episode.
All right, we are back at a part 2 of Soju Talk episode 348. We are back with the news and events from the past week. If y'all are on any internet's K-pop sphere, X, Twitter, whatever you want to call it, Reddit, wherever, Instagram, wherever you're getting your news, the main thing people were talking about this week was this W Korea breast cancer awareness party thing that they had, right? Yep. Everyone was talking about it. Let me give some context. The W Party, formerly known as Love Your W, is hosted by the W Korea magazine, is an annual breast cancer awareness and charity campaign that has been held since 2005. It is a red carpet style gala, similar to Western fashion charity events like the Met Gala. The 2025 edition, which was held this past week, celebrated the 20th anniversary of the campaign. Here's where it starts to go off the rails a little. It included performances from J Park, G Idol, Islet, DJ Hyo, All Day Project, and more. A art collaboration with Swiss artist, I'm going to butcher this, Hugo Rondone, is how I'm butchering. Lots of colorful rainbow sculptures, attendance from over 100 Korean celebrities, including BTS's RMV and J-Hope, aespa, IVE, Stray Kids, and Hypen, a gajillion other people, actors such as Lee Min-ho, Byun Woo-seok. A lot of famous people were in the room.
A-list people, yeah.
So this party happened. The W people posted pictures of the entire event, and tons of videos came out and everything of this party, right?
Mm-hmm.
It is then when the public starts to have some backlash. Critics said that this year's W Party looked and felt more like a luxury influencer event than a health campaign. Specifically, J Park's performance of Mome, which is, it's a bit of a suggestive song, sparked a lot of outrage from people because it's inappropriate in the context of a breast cancer awareness party. And then additionally, furthermore, the event's low fundraising total. So it is reported that this company has generated like about $1 million over 20 years, became a talking point with many questioning if the gala was more about publicity than the charity and the cause itself. Okay, that's my base context.
Yeah. I think that was a pretty good. The controversy, like a lot of Korean controversies do, it runs deep. It has now diverged into the legality of the fund. On one hand, people are now investigating and finding out that the 1.1 billion Korean won amount, which they reportedly donated, turns out to be a lot more exaggerated than it may have been. A number that's already not great is apparently about 3 times larger than what than they can actually pull the receipts out of. And then on the flip side of it, people are like, oh, well, donation funds in Korea. If you want to run a non-profit donation fund in Korea, you cannot be the CEO of a existing for-profit company. Apparently apparently she is running 2 things at once. So the legal questions are up in the air, but that's a story for another time. Because I saw this like unfold on the internet in real time, and like Doug mentioned, it started with J Park singing Momme, and then J Park was getting canceled, and then clips of a certain idol apparently very drunk and stumbling around.
Okay, there were a lot of clips and videos online. People were drinking, having a great old time, watching all, like, people were screaming, "We ain't even famous!" I saw a lot of drunk people.
It was a
doing
party.
That. It was a
party vibe.
Like, I heard there was a quick speech about breast cancer they were in, but then it was essentially like a gala. There was performances. People were drinking out of chalices, like. A lot of pictures came out. You saw like Big Bang hanging out in one corner. Saw the aespa girls over here. You saw the actors group with like Park Eun-bin and Lee Min-ho, Lee Dong-hee like hanging out over here. Like a lot of famous faces in the room.
The dress code, apparently, if I recall correctly, the dress code was party look.
Yeah.
Which like, if you think about how breast cancer awareness events are done in America, just because, that's how I view things, it's a lot less like that. And there's a clear dress code of pink, typically speaking. And that seemed like it was completely missing. And it felt a lot more luxurious, high end, people, people networking, that sort of thing. And it does not help that pretty much everyone that's relevant in the Korean pop culture media industry at the moment was present. Like Doug mentioned, like a member from Big Bang was there, like a huge list of actors.
Big names.
Yeah. Like
let me go
popular
through.
comedians.
BTS, aespa, IVE, G-Idol, Stray Kids, and Hype, and TXT, Monsta X, Big Bang. I also see like Islet, All Day Project, Kiki, DJ Hyo, G-Idol, all these people.
Just,
you know,
just so we're aware, when you say Big Bang, you mean Taeyang of Big Bang. When you say TXT,
Correct.
you're saying just
A member or two from that.
right.
Yeah.
A member
each
or
of
two
these
of each group.
contingencies. Yeah,
Yes.
of these
Yeah.
contingencies.
The only group that was there in full was Idol, aespa, Kiki, and All Day Project,
Yeah.
and then Islet actually. Yeah, Islet. One
And a
of which
big-
dropped out early, but
And a big ass list of actors too. Ton of actors there.
now this is a moment where I have to admit it's not a good look.
Yeah.
It's not a good look for. Let's talk about W Korea. It's not a good look for them because like they are clearly using breast cancer awareness and to have this fun event, and which like I don't blame them for wanting to have a fun event. Like you know what I mean. Like if I am one of Korea's most popular fashion magazines, yeah, I want to hold a party and host a party and like invite all the celebrities and like you know what I mean. Like yeah, I definitely want to do that. Same goes for like these celebrities too. Like I do have a level of empathy where like if I am one of the people who gets invited, bro, I am putting a red circle on my calendar. I'm like getting my talk.
Hell yeah. Hell
Like
yeah.
I am excited. Don't get me wrong. But on the flip side of it, if you're there to promote a specific cause,
Yeah.
I don't know, like the very least you could do is like not drink
feel like-
alcohol, which is like known to be one of the most you know what I mean? Like it's very likely to cause cancer. And also like if you have breast cancer, you can't drink alcohol. You know what I mean? Like
I feel like at a minimum, let's say I was invited. I feel like I have enough nunchi and tact to like wear a pink tie and have a little like, pink handkerchief in my suit pocket. You know, I thought I'd be like, wait, isn't this what we do at these type of events, right? It's kind of shocking to me how low the fundraising numbers are. To be completely honest,
That's what I was concerned about too.
My sister works for a charity type thing in the Boston area, and like they raise more than this party does like in the last 20 years in like in a year.
I mean
Like this is a 20-year event with huge sponsors too.
Yeah,
This
like
event had huge sponsors.
you had like Dyson as a sponsor and like they
Yeah.
were doing these reels and TikToks, like brought to you by Dyson, and like we're aware that like if you're getting chemotherapy, you don't, you know what I mean? Like
Here's the thing. It's one thing to me to have like a expensive dinner where the plates are very expensive to give it to charity, which is common in the United States, right? They have like a charity dinner. You buy a seat to go to the charity dinner for a lot of money, so the funds go to a good place. Let's say there's 500 people there, and you pay like $500 for a seat, and it's for charity, right? It's another thing to me when they just invite these celebrities, right? And the celebrities come, and it appears that like no one's donating anything to this cause. They're just here to hang out, right?
I guess
just-
that's
it's
where the
weird to me.
disconnect was for me too, where I feel like when like the way you described it, Doug, that's how I imagine charity dinners, or at least that's what
Yeah.
I know of here in the US. So to me, it felt like this wasn't quite like that, because it seems that the people that showed up were just invited. So like it wasn't like they were necessarily
Connected
contributed to this
connected to
funds,
the
right?
event, right? Yeah.
Right. So it almost, I guess, at some point though, the way that the event was described, it feels like where is the tie to the charity, like to the breast cancer awareness?
If this event was like, let's let the celebrities show up, let's see how much money we could raise for this charity, and let's see the celebrities one up each other to be like who donated the most, that would be so much nicer, wouldn't it? It'd be like, wow, Ha Jung-woo at the end cut a check for $100K, to the charity.
that would be something, yeah.
People would have been like, oh, great, it's for a good cause, but it just the like, I get why they did this type of event, and I get it on one hand, but on the other hand, it's like, if they're gonna do an event like this, we need people donating. Isn't that the whole point of this shit?
Not just
To get
showing up.
awareness?
Yeah.
Yeah, not just showing up and having a good time. You know, I don't know. That just struck me as strange. As maybe that's because we're in America and that's how these charity functions, or like they do. We see people doing like marathons for certain event for causes.
Right.
Or we see like a gala and everyone's in pink. Like those are very common things.
Auctions.
Yeah, or an auction.
I mean,
You know?
it's if you so a copy of the celebrity invitation letter was I don't know if it was leaked. I don't know if people shared it. It went out, and like it has the date, it has the location. Like they got Four Seasons Hotel, Grand Bloom. That's like one of the most expensive hotels in Korea. Dress code is dressed in tuxedo, and then there's a body paragraph that says this campaign. They're calling it a campaign. This campaign is to make sure people are aware of the dangers of breast cancer. And, and really and has the objective of helping people get prevention care and care when you like you have breast cancer. So like, like if that is your objective, if that is your mission statement that you're clearly putting on the first and second line of your letter, I don't know, like maybe like if for example, we had this high profile artists pull up, like film reels have like RM and Taeyang pull up and be like, RM asks Taeyang, be like, hey, I like your breasts. And Taeyang goes, oh, thank you. I like my breasts too. And then RM goes, did you know that men can also get breast cancer? You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. Informational, yeah.
Right. Informational content that people are going to watch anyways because Taeyang and RM pull in a lot of people. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
It
That's where I feel like we missed the mark a little bit from the organizers' perspective, from W Korea perspective, where like you had all these very famous people and all the eyes, like all media eyes were on this, like you knew that was going to happen. So I don't know, an opportunity was missed there.
I think the problem why this blew up was because of how much content and pictures from this event came out. That was another thing that struck people as like, in these times that we're in on a global political economic level, and we're looking at we're cutting coupons out of the newspaper for Burger King and shit like that, right?
Expensive.
And then we see these people like at this charity event, and they're like, y'all didn't even, you rich people didn't even donate money to this shit, right? Like that just struck me as strange. I don't know. Maybe it was. I wouldn't say it felt dystopian, but it just felt like, I don't know what this event was at the end of the day. I don't feel like it'd be one thing if the rich people come together and they announce, tonight we got donations of $2 million, and we'd be like, great, right? That's great, and then that would have covered everyone's ass on that, right? The fact that this event has been going for 20 years and we've done less than like in the US dollars like $850,000 is crazy to me on a simple numbers level.
Now, let's bring it back to K-pop, because inevitably you have a very long list of idols who attended, and it's here's what I'll say. If I'm not angry at any of these kids, like I'm not I'm not gonna I'm not gonna stop listening to aespa all of a sudden, you know what I mean? Like if people want to drink, fuck it, sure, whatever. But like I do, this is also a reminder for me. This is a reminder where I'm like, yes, these are out of touch millionaire celebrities.
Oh.
You know what I mean? And like I rag them on about like the fucking sometimes good, sometimes shitty music they put out, and like sometimes it matters, sometimes it doesn't. You know what I mean? Like it's a bit of a back to
reality check,
right? Back down to earth moment where I don't hate these folks. I'm not criticizing them either. Do I think things could have been better? Maybe, yeah. And like, I appreciate that kids like Wonnie, for example, like looked it up and like got ready what she was gonna say if she had the opportunity to, and like even she had no opportunity to speak about it. So like, it's not on her. And like, You know what I mean? Like we have no idea what's going on behind the scenes with a lot of these folks. So like it's not like
this event's effed for next year. I know it's gonna show up to this.
People,
it's effed.
I think it was, I forget who, but someone got private quotes from managers in the Korean celebrity industry. Which managers, we don't know because they're anonymous, but they were like, yeah, we're not going next year. We're like, it's very difficult to send folks next year, especially when they have angry fans about why did you send my bias to this event, which is obviously not a good look. You know what I mean?
All right, let's move on from this. I just think it sucks because like breast cancer awareness is a very important thing. All cancer awareness is a very important thing, and I'm sure everyone knows someone or has been connected to someone who's suffered from cancer at some point.
Yeah,
it's just like just feels kind of shitty that this is what ends up, you know, as the news title, instead of people being like, wow, look how much money they raised. That's nice of them, you know? I think that's what's the sad thing here. All right, let's continue. W did apologize today, I believe, about the event as it drew backlash. They removed all traces of it on their social media, so that's where this is probably just going to end. Let's keep going. So the other thing people were talking about was this Twice Victoria's Secret performance, right? So we talked about, or I had in the news last week that Twice was going to appear at the Victoria's Secret fashion show. If you don't know, if you're not a really American based, this is like Victoria's Secret show used to be like a gigantic deal. It was on cable TV and it was actually on a single digit channel, which means it's a big deal.
A single,
and
really?
People used to watch. It used to be on like Channel 7 back in the day.
Oh my God. Okay.
Like back when, like at the peak of Victoria's Secret popularity in like the 2010s. But yeah, it's a big fashion show. Celebrities make appearances. We show off the Victoria's Secret line, what we're gonna have, whatever. They always have musical guests appear. Twice appear, but only 4 out of the 9 members, Nayeon, Jio, Momo, and Jui, performed on the show. They did 2 songs, This Is For and Strategy. After this had happened, a lot of clips and the performance aired and clips were online. And it turns out they sang 100% live. And it wasn't the best Twice vocal performance I've ever seen in my life, is the way I'll put it. Many viewers felt that the singing was weak, off key, lacked stability. I saw things like that being said. In response, Chewie specifically got singled out. Let's just say she didn't have the best performance of her lifetime. She even apologized on the fan cafe thing. Fan platform. She said she had previously been sick. Her throat worsened after arriving in New York, and she said that's why I wasn't really great. A lot of discussion. A lot of the Twice haterade came out. You know, people were sloping the Twice haterade online. Some people, they were talking about this Twice backlash. They were also comparing it to the backlash Lisa faced when she performed at the event previously. So there was a lot of debate on like, is it like, how much can we criticize each group? You know, is it fair? This amount? Saw a lot of discussion about that. Others defended Twice, saying at least they were singing live, you know, because Lisa's was perceived to be either AR or lip synced, you know, when she performed there.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah.
Did you guys see it?
I saw some clips.
I saw some clips, yeah.
It wasn't their best performance by any stretch of the imagination.
To me, I guess just from my perspective, I thought some of the mics felt a little quiet, if I remember correctly. Like it felt like unusually quiet. But yes, I think it felt very much live. Like you could hear some of the shakiness in the voice. But overall, I thought it was okay. I guess I didn't think people would have that much of a reaction to it. My biggest question was like, why didn't all of them perform? I thought all of them were going to be on stage instead of just 4. But maybe they had other scheduling conflicts.
I do want to note that like for a group like Twice, that is a part of it where like this is typically a 9-person performance that they pulled off with like less than half the folks. So like folks like Dewey, for example. Like folks like Dewey, for example, who like Doug mentioned was, you know, health-wise not having the best day. She's not the vocal glue of the track, or you know, there's a discography by any means, and you know she's pulling like you know what I mean. So I don't think it's a great look. What was a great look, however, the
outfits were great, right?
The Wear Everywhere push-up bra in Heather Burgundy by Victoria's Secret completely sold out. Completely
it sold out everywhere.
Wow.
In Korea and in America, it sold out. Yeah.
That is the one Soju is wearing. If for anyone curious at home, that's it was all over the internet. But
hey, we had breast cancer news. We have Victoria. Shout out to boobs, everyone. Shout out. Yeah, let's go. Okay, let's move on, guys. Okay, Mama. We're in Mama season, right?
Oh, shit.
Oh yeah.
Nominees
We're getting there.
have come out. Let's just go through this real quick. Artists of the year and artist categories. So there is a judge component this year. 40% judging.
Who's the judge?
30% streaming downloads. 30% physical albums. For song of the year, 40% judging. 60% streaming and downloads. And then album of the year, 40% judging. 60% sales. So a lot of judging. Best music video, all judging. So I think they're really trying to hammer home like, yeah, we're gonna have actual humans make these decisions and not just leave it up to the fans, essentially.
Are
right?
they music critics?
Who knows? It could be anyone.
Who is it?
Yeah. Who knows? Let's just go through some of the nominees though. First one, they have decided to condense best artist of the year from, they used to have male and female. They combined it because there's a certain co-ed group that's in the
That's what I thought would happen.
So now we have just best new artist. I don't know if they'll give it out to one group, two group, a couple groups. We don't know. Nominees: I Hope, All Day Project, Baby Don't Cry, Close Your Eyes, Cordis, Hearts2Hearts, I Did, Isna, Kickflip, Kiki. If it's up to me, right? You know who I'd give it to?
Who?
ADP, because they're coming back within like the next 2 weeks, I think. Again,
I'm waiting to see that. Yeah.
I'd give it to H2H, and then I'd give it to maybe Cordis. Am I crazy?
Cordis is doing good.
I think it's.
Am I crazy?
For me, it's between those four: All Day Project, Cordis, Hearts2Hearts, and the one you didn't mention is Kiki.
Yeah.
I think it's between
Kiki,
those four. Yeah.
I don't disagree.
I feel like if they're condensing this award to just be like best new artist, like it doesn't. Isn't that not indicative that they're probably one of the ones who are going to win it? All Day Project,
They're a contender for sure.
Yeah.
right? Is that not indicative of that? Because they could have just kept it separate. Next one, best male artist: Baekhyun, G Dragon, J Hope, Jin, Mark.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, you know, maybe G Dragon. Maybe that's what it feels like to me. If he shows up in person, I think they're gonna give it to him. Am I wrong? 2 fans for me, never doubt.
I don't know. Maybe it's because I saw him in person, but I feel like GD's got this in the bag.
Right?
Oh, okay.
And then we got best female artist. We have Jennie, Jisoo, Rose, Taeyeon, and Yugi.
Jenny.
Let me go look up
Jenny.
if Apatu counts for this.
What?
Let me
Really?
Oh, you're right.
let me go
Okay.
look at song of the year and see if it's in there. It is.
Oh, that's,
Holy
are you
shit!
serious?
It is.
Oh,
right? So,
damn.
Oh man.
oh wow, this is gonna be a banger of a category actually. Then Jennie,
Blackpink
Jisoo,
against
Rose,
Blackpink.
Taeyeon, Yugi. Okay, it's sorry Taeyeon and Yugi. Let's bear. It's sorry Jisoo. It's Jennie and Rose. Is it not? It's one of the two.
It's gotta
Yeah.
be those two. Yeah.
Oh, Lisa. We couldn't add one more person in here. Like,
Oh, Blackpink.
like, I think considering Apatu's counting, it's Rose then, isn't it?
The commercial success is too hard to argue against.
Right?
Yeah.
Next one, we got Best Male Group, BoyNextDoor and Hypin, Rise, 17 Stray Kids, TXT, and Zero Base 1. If I just had to give out one boy group award this year, the one that sticks out, is it not ZB1? At Mnet's award
They
show?
had a good one. Yeah.
Is it, like, I'm not saying that they deserve it, but at Mnet's music award show, is it not ZB1's to win? I mean, to lose?
You're just taking away every bit of credibility they have right now. It's just
Hey, if they're picking the experts, they'll just pick Mnet employees, would they not? Right? Like, female group, aespa, Baby Monster, Idol, IVE, LE SSERAFIM, Twice. Yo, This La Seraphim Spaghetti song coming out this week. Did you know it's featuring J-Hope, by the way?
Oh, really?
Oh, it is?
That's in our news.
didn't
It's
know.
featuring. They announced yesterday or 2 days ago. It's featuring J-Hope. Their
Oh.
title track.
Oh,
It's La
dang,
Seraphim
okay.
Spaghetti, Mom Spaghetti everywhere, featuring J-Hope.
I had never expected J-Hope to be the most active solo member in this era of BTS,
is.
but I guess he is. Like, man.
Like people were like, "Huh, J-Hope on this track."
There you go.
It's exciting.
Spaghetti.
Who would you actually give this to? Best female.
Best female group.
NMIXX is not on this list. Why?
No.
You know
Well-
what? Let's go through which songs they have in Song of the Year for these groups to see what they're thinking, right? Aespa.
Oh, Whiplash.
Dirty Work and
Whiplash.
Whiplash. Yeah. Who else? La Seraphim is just hot, so no, right?
Go look at Ive.
Ive is just Rebel Hearts, so no.
So
What are the other-
Aespa's looking
Twice.
Twice. Not even in one of the Song of the Years over here.
What?
So,
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's harsh.
Yeah. So okay.
Looks like
It's
it's
Aespa.
Aespa. Yeah.
Looks like it's Aespa based on their criteria.
Yeah. This is, by the way, for full transparency, this is not about who we want. We're guessing.
No,
what
no,
Mnet's
we're
gonna do.
guessing.
This is what we think Mnet's gonna do.
Yeah.
Right. Also, like later we're gonna cross-reference who's actually performing, and that might be more indicative of who's actually winning.
That
these
typically
awards.
has something, yeah.
Yeah. All right. Let's go back to here. There's a bunch of other things here. We got like best dance performance, best vocal performance, best band. Hey, QWER Warren? It's probably it's day
Oh.
6 or QWER. I think right. One of those two.
Oh, both are good songs.
Yeah.
We'll see.
We got all right. Artist of the year. Anyone who is nominated in the above gets it. This is the hardest thing this year. Who's gonna win Artist of the Year?
It's gotta be Rosé from this crop of folks.
Is it right?
They were
gotta be
Jenny.
Rosé.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got Whiplash too. Unless they like, here's the thing. I feel like last year they gave it to Aespa for Whiplash, but they didn't apparently.
Well, Supernova.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
That was a big
that's-
thing.
Oh, yeah. Supernova was good, too.
So if Whiplash is counting this year, they have a shot then, right? They do have a shot. Who else was big? Jenny was big this year. Rose was big. So we'll have to see. So here are the Song of the Year nominees. So as we were saying, we got double All Day Project here. We got double Aespa, Dirty Work, Whiplash. Who are some of the big groups? We have Huntrix Golden is nominated.
Oh, it's there.
It's here.
Shit.
Jenny
might
like
go to
Jenny
10.
and Zen and Dochi. She got 3 up in here. Karina Up was pretty big, you know. So this is like it's a pretty interesting list
It's a
of
big
songs.
list.
It is.
Is it not going to be Apatu versus Golden, right?
Ooh.
Oh,
That's pretty fair. That's a fair fight.
I feel like if the Huntrix girls appear at Bama and perform, they win it. That's my take.
Whoa. That would be really cool.
How strong is the recency bias is gonna be? I think.
Are they on this list? No, they're not on this list yet. That I saw.
I mean, speak of it. Oh, I was gonna think about the politics between companies, but both Rose and Huntrix are YG offshoots, so that's still the same kind of. Man, really a big era for YG. Like,
Also,
Yeah.
EJ is in Korea right now. She
Oh,
did an interview with KBS and appeared on Wendy's radio show
wow.
Oh.
because they knew each other back in the day. You
For SM, yeah.
And at SM. Album of the year. This one is more like which of these was most commercially successful. I think the one that wins there is this. Then
17?
17 typically has the
Sales
biggest sales
appeals.
right now. It would be if you go on pure sales numbers, it's probably one of these two.
Well, didn't they say
17
that the
straight
judges
gigs.
make the call on this one? Wasn't that
Who are who are the judges?
No.
Let me look up album of the year. 40% judging, 60% sales. Yeah.
Here's the thing. I googled this while we were talking, and Mnet has been very secretive about who these judges are. They just don't tell us. I call
It's anybody.
Well, it's fucking bullshit. Like, what level of credibility? Like, I know, like, we love Mama because of the big shows and like Mnet, but like, what? Does this matter?
Hey, guys.
does this award really matter? Like,
G Dragon is coming too. He is slated to perform.
Oh.
if you live in LA, you can go see the first half of it in November 21st.
All right, guys. So that's the nominees. Let us know what you think about some of the categories. Just know that we were just trying to predict, not actually think who deserves.
Right. Right.
So
The complete anonymity of the judging that's bullshit. This means this what the fuck award show is this?
they also announced the 2 lineups. So chapter 1, which I assume is day 1. Alpha Drive 1, Baby Monster, BoyNextDoor, Bums Up from Street World Fighter or whatever. And Hype and Hearts2Hearts, IVE, Meow, Super Junior, 2US, G-Idol, Mirror, NCT Wish, and Treasure. That's kind of hype.
Okay.
Day 2, All Day Project, Cordis, Isna, Kickflip, Rise, Stray Kids, Zero Base 1, TXT, Aespa, G-Dragon, I Did, JO1, and Kyoka from Street World Fighter.
Okay.
Kyoka is showing up.
Just her.
If you're aware, do you know who Kyoka is, Warren?
Yeah, from Street Woman Fighter.
She was the main person who went viral from that show.
Yeah, she's actually the only person I know from that show.
Yeah, because the group kind of imploded, so Ojo Gang will not be performing as a whole. There was allegations that the manager and the leader of that group stole the appearance fees and stuff like that.
Oh no! What?
Yeah,
Shit,
there's.
I didn't know about
If
this.
you look it up, there's a big controversy with Ibuki and her manager stealing the funds from everyone else, and the other girls released a statement against them and things like that. So it's very messy.
Damn, that's fucked up.
Yeah,
Don't do
and
that.
it's a shame because like Ibuki, Kyoka, and like Ua are really popular right now. Those 3 members specifically.
They were like the faces of their group, their crew.
Yeah, but yeah, it imploded the Ojo Gang, so that ain't happening. So that's why we got Kyoka and not the whole group.
All right. Well, I hope the Ojo Gang members figure it out.
Am I wrong, or is this day 2 extremely hype? Right, like this day is
kind of stacked.
This is a stacked day. Holy shit!
Damn, rip the people in LA.
Aespa G-Dragon in one day is already stacked.
Yeah.
Yeah, Aespa, G-Dragon, ZB1, Stray Kids, All Day Project. This is crazy.
Oh.
Cordis.
Wait, I'm so sorry. LA was last year. They're filming in Hong Kong this year. So if you live in LA, you can't go.
Hong Kong.
Yeah.
That makes more sense.
Yeah.
All right, let's keep going. The final controversy was Mini Jin. The court acknowledged that Mini Jin engaged in workplace harassment against an employee, and her side is going to appeal. So she was found by the court to commit workplace harassment. They say that some of her remarks caused physical, psychological pain, worsened the employee's work environment, and thus constituted harassment under the law. She's not going to jail, but there was a fine placed on her. And they are going to be appealing that fine. Workplace harassment.
Oh man.
Don't harass people at work. What the fuck?
Don't.
Yeah, and she's also involved in a case against Source Music. You remember the defamation one over there, and then the B-Lift Lab one, same thing over there, and then the main one against Hype. So she's, I think,
so
like,
many
more lawsuits.
Oh,
still.
you do not have to remind me that this party is not gonna stop. It's like it feels like it's like 10 a.m. after the party, and you still have kids downstairs like fucking dancing.
Now you have to deal with the consequences of this party, right?
Shit, I gotta
That's
clean up the carpet. That's what it is.
Everybody go home.
You gotta clean up the carpet, and you're not in a frat, so you can't just make the pledges do it, right? So that's where we are now. Let's keep going.
Harsh reality.
Blackpink reportedly make a comeback with a full album in December. It's happening, guys. We're getting a full album in December.
Okay.
And not only that, they are reportedly filming the music video this week in Korea. They're all in Korea right now. It's happening.
Oh wow.
That one's there. Next thing, also Lisa is joining the cast of a Netflix upcoming spin-off film, Extraction Taigo. So she's doing some more acting, Lisa.
Wow.
Hey, let's go, Lisa. Next thing, RM has confirmed that BTS is preparing for a comeback in March 2026. He specifically mentioned March. He said, quote, "We are still preparing for the album, filming the jacket and music video. Anyways, please look forward to it in March of next year."
That's pretty specific.
All right.
Okay.
Mark your calendars. steam your tuxedos, put a red circle.
And all of
And
my
then, the next news, off the back of the Boys to Planet hype and Kangmin not making the final group, Very Very has renewed with Jellyfish Entertainment.
oh,
They see potential. Previously, they haven't come back in like 2 to 3 years. With one of the dudes, the oldest guy, I think Donghyun is his name or something like that. He did his whole military before they've come back.
right.
Wow.
So
Yeah.
so we're having a comeback is what I'm hearing.
We're definitely having a comeback. They all renewed. That's crazy. Like, they were dead in the water. And they did the show. They think, hey, we're somewhat popular right now. They're gonna run it back. So that's cool.
Good.
The next thing right here. Here is that thing. They have this track
so
video
cool.
drop, Spaghetti, featuring J-Hope of BTS. Yo,
All right.
All right.
that's
See
crazy.
it.
Is that not hype? I think that comes out like in a couple days, I think.
Yes,
I'm
we're
looking
covering
for
it next
Yeah.
week.
You know what's the saddest thing? 2:52 runtime. That's the saddest part of this.
What? That's a long song now, dog. You can't complain about that.
All right.
It's not. It's less than. It's not less than 2 minutes. That's a long song now.
Finally, I have 2 news. One of them good, one of them bad. Good one. XG second world tour. We're hitting the
Ooh.
Japanese side first. We're gonna go to all the big cities, and then it says Asia, North America, UK, Europe, Australia, Latin America, and more. A legit world tour.
Wow.
Wow.
I was talking. Well, I wasn't talking to people. I was seeing people's reaction on the Discord, and something that struck me is that I love when XG announces they're doing performances and a tour, because to me that implies they're gonna rake in money so that we can keep the quality of what they're doing very high. You remember I've always mentioned how one of my concerns with this group is it's so high quality, so high budget that we need funds to maintain this level. And this is the positive news of them probably being able to maintain this level that they're on.
I mean, it's not even their first world tour, it's their second one. And it looks like for Japan, I know it's a big deal to start hitting the arenas, and it looks like we're doing that in Sendai, so that's got to be a good sign, right?
Yeah, let me look up how big this K Arena in Yokohama is. 20,000 seater at max capacity.
That's
Wow.
goddamn.
That's big.
I'm looking at the previous tour information because they, the information from their last tour, First Hell, is still up. Already they were selling out Tokyo Dome, so
Yeah.
They're good.
Yeah, it's got a
Hype is real.
Yeah.
Finally, let's go through this one real quick. Let's not harp on it though. So the Tail appeal failed. He's getting 3 years and 6 months. That's all I wanted to say. Let's yeah.
Okay. Not enough, but okay.
Not enough,
Fuck
but
off.
we'll take what we can get. Next week in terms of the music, Ace, Yuchan, VVA, Bay 173. I haven't said that one in a while. Dark B. They also had kids on Boys to Planet, so that makes sense there. La Seraphim, Extraordinary Heroes, Just Be. Y'all remember some Tempest? They're coming back.
Oh, right,
And then
yeah.
Next G. Those are the groups that will be coming back. Obviously led by the big La Seraphim comeback, Spaghetti, featuring J-Hope. I'm sure it's going to be hype. I've seen a lot of the concept shots and the teasers. It's something, it's provocative. But last time we fell into how cool it was, the teaser and stuff. It didn't live up to it, I think. So we'll see.
Yeah.
Before you wrap up, can I mention something random? I know someone on the Discord was like asking me if we have any plans to cover indie music and the Korean indie music going forward. Maybe, I don't know. To be honest, I don't plan these things out. But what I will say is there's an album called SS Pop 2 by a underground digicore / rave / hip hop crew called System Soul. And they put out a compilation album called SS Pop 2. And a big part of the concept and the creative direction behind it is 2 things: nostalgia and sampling.
Ooh.
And they did go ahead and, without permission, I think, but they sampled Russian Roulette, they sampled Love Scenario, a bunch of K-pop songs that I think you guys are gonna pick up on. So it's like a 19-minute listen. It's 10 songs, but it's fucking
that's
19
not bad.
minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Short stuff.
Short stuff.
Does that not feel like a lawsuit waiting to happen? Am I crazy in thinking that?
What money is there to be made out of? I don't know. Probably not a lot. Clear your samples if you can. please. But I mean, they're underground musicians. This shit happens all the time. I'm not gonna lose.
All right,
sleep over it.
guys. That's everything. We'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.
Yep. Bye-bye.
And here's an extra special shout out to all of our Fiesta Patreons on patreon.com. Bagel, Charles, Cotton Ball, Ellie, Gogu Mama, Honey Pools, Incoming Snail, Liam's Games and Toys, Natalie, NJ Parks, South Texas Once, Siu Sumi. And thank you for joining Soju Talk, your weekly shot of K-pop. Thank you, really.